Alright, mind bang maniacs. Check it out. Last night I had a dream that computers were made of magical spaghetti. Like, you had to reboot your desktop by boiling water and chanting in fake Italian, Alt Pesto Delete. The whole thing smelled like marinara and existential dread. Anyway, dreams are weird. You know what else is weird? The White Lotus Season 3 finale, Amor Fati. Let's break this sucker down like a piña colada glass hurled across a luxury resort patio. Okay, first, Rick. So Rick, aka Walton Goggins doing his best Florida man goes to therapy impression, finally confronts Jim, the crusty resort owner who he's been quietly hunting all season. Why? Because Rick thinks Jim had something to do with his dad's mysterious death back in the day. Very Dateline Bangkok vibes. And then boom, Rick shoots Jim. But wait, plot twist. Jim, bleeding out on the decorative tiles, whispers, "I am your father." Like Darth Vader, but with more sunspots and resort loyalty points. Rick's whole brain probably did a backflip. And then it got messier. He ends up shooting Jim's 2 security guards, too. Which, honestly, feels like the kind of thing that happens when you plan your emotional closure around a firearm. But karma's got hands. Rick tries to escape with his girlfriend Chelsea, who gets shot in the chaos, and then Gaitok, the resort's security guard, drops Rick with 1 clean shot. Boom, done. Rick went full Hamlet and got full Hamlet-ed right back. Timothy Ratliff human tragedy in a Hawaiian shirt. Meanwhile, Timothy Ratliff, Jason Isaacs, bringing full unhinged corporate dad energy, is spiraling. He's broke, disgraced, and drinks his feelings. He decides to make some blended cocktails with a splash of cyanide for his entire family. We're talking piña coladas with a deadly twist. Except he can't go through with it. Guilt hits him like a coconut to the temple. He flings the poison drinks away, and his toddler son Lachlan licks the floor and starts foaming at the mouth like he just tried one of those forbidden Tide Pods from 2017. Miraculously, the kid lives. He'll probably grow up to be a DJ or a therapist, or both. Belinda got paid. Finally. Look, if anybody deserved a W this season, it's Belinda. She's back. She's tired of being used as spiritual tech support for white people with too much disposable income, and this time she brought her son Zion to help run the scam countercon. Together, they corner Greg, yes, that Greg, Tanya's maybe widower, maybe murderer from Season 1, and shake him down for $5 million. He caves. They win. And Belinda walks off into the sunrise with Zion and a wire transfer confirmation. Her glow-up is powered by karma and compound interest. Gaitok deserves his own spin-off. Let's talk about Gaitok, the sweet, innocent security guy who probably just wanted to enforce pool hours and help tourists find their lost flip-flops. Instead, he ends up in the middle of a full-on revenge opera with bullets flying. He didn't want this. He's a lover, not a shooter. But when Rick turns into Rambo with daddy issues, Gaitok makes the tough call. He drops Rick like a bad Yelp review, and guess what? He gets promoted to bodyguard. In Season 4, he better show up in a suit with an earpiece, doing Tai Chi on the balcony while protecting billionaires from their own bad decisions. Let's talk themes, but lightly, like foam on a matcha latte. The episode's called Amor Fati, which means love of fate. And that's basically the thesis of this whole bloody vacation. Rick? Fated to become the thing he hated. Chelsea? Fated to love a tragic man with murder eyes. Timothy? Fated to realize too late that family is more important than poisoning family. Belinda? Fated to finally get what she's owed, but only after watching another rich guy unravel. Everyone's either running from fate, fighting fate, or accidentally marrying it in a candlelit ceremony next to a koi pond. Theories we got right, wrong, and wildly off base. Was Greg gonna die? Nope. Was Belinda gonna die? Thank God, no. Was someone gonna get shot in front of a sacred shrine and fall into a koi pond while whispering, "You were always my moon"? Also, no. But I wrote it in my notes just in case. Look, Mike White gave us the bloodbath we expected, but not in the way we expected. It was tragic, chaotic, weirdly funny, and somehow still tender? Like someone crying in a silk robe while sipping cucumber water and watching the sun set on their own mental health. Closing thoughts from a guy who dreams of spaghetti motherboards. The White Lotus Season 3 finale gave us everything. Shootouts, daddy issues, poison drinks, emotional closure, and a reminder that even in paradise, people are just broken meat machines trying to love and be loved without setting the whole damn place on fire. And honestly, that's beautiful, but also stressful. So now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna stare at the inside of my refrigerator until it opens up into Post Malone's subconscious. Last time, I found a half-eaten grilled cheese and a scent tattoo that whispered song lyrics at me. Anyway, if you like this kind of analysis with the right amount of confusion and gluten, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow Lotus heads. Or don't. I'll just cry into a resort towel and eat a floor piña colada. Peace, weirdos.